Okay, today we are taking a quiz. We've just finished learning about translations, reflections, rotations, and dilations. So that's just a whole lot of information. So we're going to just take a minute and make sure we understand all of that. So before you guys get started on the quiz, I wanted to make sure you understood how to do each question. So we're going to do the even numbers of the quiz together, so you'll be guaranteed a 50% on this quiz. And then afterwards, you guys will do the odd numbers. So I'll start off by making sure your name's on the paper. Okay, number 1 and 2 are talking about translations. Okay, you need to plot and record the coordinates of the image. So right now we have the pre-image on the paper. So we need to find where the image will be. We're going to plot the image coordinates, and then also record U prime, and W prime. Okay, so the translation says the rule is x minus 1, y plus 5. So if x is minus 1, then on the x-axis we know we're moving left. So this rule says to move left once, y goes up and down. So if it's y plus, we're going in the positive y's, which is up. So up 5. So from each ordered pair, you're starting where the ordered pair is and then counting left 1, up 5 because of this rule. So starting at U, I'll count left 1 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where U prime is. Then V, I go left 1 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to V prime. Now we'll start at W and we'll count left 1 and up 5, left 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is W prime. So that is the first part where we have to plot the ordered pairs. Now we just need to record the ordered pairs from the image. So we need to record the location, the ordered pair, the coordinate for U prime, V prime, and W prime. Remember, to read an ordered pair, you start at the origin and then you go left or right first. Starting at the origin to get to U, I don't go left or right at all, so the x value for U is 0. If I start at the origin and go left or right first, then I go up or down. To get to U, I need to go up 1, which means the y value for U prime is 1. So the ordered pair for U prime is 0, 1. V prime, if I start from the origin, I count once to the right, twice up. So V prime is at positive 1, positive 2, the sideways number first, and then the up and down number. Looking at W prime, we'll count 1, 2, 3 sideways, so a positive 3 because we went to the right, and then from there you don't go up or down at all, meaning the y value is 0. So for number 1, you're going to use this same exact format. You're going to plot the ordered pairs for the image and then record their coordinates, except you're using a different rule, x plus 7, y plus 1. Looking at number 4, we've got to list the coordinates of the image and record the algebraic rule for the reflection. Remember, a reflection is to flip across an axis. So we're going to do number 4 together. Number 4 says to reflect across the y-axis. So I'm going to highlight the y-axis. Remember, in a reflection, you're just counting from each ordered pair to the line of reflection, and then you count that same number on the opposite side of the line. So to go from M to the line of reflection, the y-axis, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So keep counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, but on the other side of the line, and that is now M prime. And you can see how M flipped from here to here. We'll do the same thing for L. L is on the line, so L prime doesn't actually move. Same thing for K. K is on the line, so K prime doesn't. I don't move to get to K prime. So now here's my reflected triangle. What we need to do is list the coordinates of the image. So I've got to write the ordered pairs for L, K, and M, and then I also need to record the algebraic rule. So let's start by writing the ordered pairs, L prime, K prime, and M prime. L prime can be found starting at the origin. You don't go left or right at all, and then you go up 5. To write no left or right and up 5, the ordered pair would be 0, 5. To get to K, start at the origin, and you just go up 3. So 0 left or right, positive 3 for going up. To get to M prime from the origin, you count 5 left, 4 up. 5 left is negative 5, 4 up is positive 4. So that is recording the coordinates of the image. Now we have to record the rule. Now remember, to write the rule for a reflection, there's only one sign change. So your letters stay in the same order. Ordered pairs are still x, y, but we have to change the sign of one thing. And remember, if you flip over the x-axis, the x stays the same. So if you flip over the y-axis, the y stays the same. Well, in number 4, we're flipping over the y-axis. So y stays the same, which means my one sign change goes with x. To change the sign, we just write negative. That just means opposite of whatever x is. Using this information, you can now do number 3. Pay very close attention to which axis you need to flip over. If you turn to the back of the page, you'll see number 6 and number 8. Number 6 gives us a rotation, and 5 and 6 are rotations. We're going to have to list the coordinates of the image and then record the algebraic rule. This is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. That means this is negative x and negative y. So let's write the rule first. We know that 90 degrees is one turn. And we know that clockwise means a right turn, and counterclockwise means a left turn. Number 6, we have one turn. Counterclockwise is to the left. So I take my paper and I turn it once to the left. Now what's in place of what usually is the x-axis? Usually on the x-axis we go sideways up here, but that used to be a negative y. So the rule, in place of x, you have an opposite y value. And then the second spot is always a y value. Well, what used to be the place of y is this axis normally, but that's what used to be x, so x goes there. So now we've got the rule. The only other thing we need to do is list the coordinates. So I'll have my paper turned once to the left. Now I just write the ordered pairs for s, t, and u. I'm sorry, s prime, t prime, and u prime. S prime can be found by going left 3 and up nothing. Left 3 would be negative 3, up nothing is 0. T prime can be found by going left 5, up 1. That's the ordered pair negative 5, positive 1. And u prime can be found by going left 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1, 2, 3, left 4, positive 3 for up 3. That's all you have to do. You do not have to turn it back to normal and plot the image. However, you could. If you did, you would find that this would be rotated just over here, one quadrant to the left. Looking at number 8 asks us to list the coordinates of the image and record the algebraic rule for the dilation. And you remember that dilation means to multiply. Okay. So in order to get the new ordered pairs, the image's ordered pairs, we have to multiply the original or the pre-image ordered pairs. So let's get the pre-image ordered pairs. I, starting at the origin, is left 1, up 3, negative 1, 3. H is right 2, up nothing, 2, 0. And J is at left or right nothing, down 2, so 0, negative 2. Now the scale factor is 1.5, so you need to take all of those numbers and multiply it all by 1.5. So I prime is found by taking the negative 1 and multiplying it by 1.5. you can use your calculator. So take out your calculator, multiply -1 times 1.5, and you get -1.5. Using your calculator, 3 times 1.5 is 4.5. Now let's look at h prime. 2 times 1.5 is 3. 0 times 1.5 is 0. Now let's look at j prime. 0 times 1.5 is 0, and -2 times 1.5 is -3. So those are the only ordered pairs. The only other thing the directions ask you to do is record the algebraic rule. For a dilation, the rule looks like kx, ky, where k is the scale factor. That's the thing you multiply by. Okay. Well, in number 8, the scale factor was 1.5. So instead of kx, ky, we can write 1.5x, 1.5 times y. You should be in a good spot to complete the other 4 problems of this quiz. If you do not finish this quiz in class, you may take it home for a take-home quiz. As long as I have your quiz by next week on Wednesday, you will be able to get a grade. Remember, grades close next week on Wednesday. I will not take papers after December 15th, 2021.